In this video, I'm going to explain the Fiverr Pro program and why you should want to join it if you are a freelancer. This isn't just for freelance writers, even though that's where my background is. It's for every single kind of freelancer on Fiverr. I joined Fiverr Pro nearly 3 years into my journey on Fiverr, and ever since I joined Fiverr Pro, I have had steady, predictable, six-figure years earning money on Fiverr as a freelancer alone. That's not even counting the other places that I get my freelancing clients from. So a lot of people always say to me, okay, this Fiverr Pro thing, what's up with it? I want to join. How do I join it like you have, Alex? I want to be making 6 figures per year as a freelancer. So I'm going to go over what Fiverr Pro is, my tips for getting into it, and why you should definitely want to make this a part of your freelancing career. Real quick before I dive into everything, if you guys have not joined my free Facebook group, it has over 24,000 freelancers in it who communicate, connect, bond, share information every single day, critique each other's profiles. It's a really incredible community that I founded over a year ago. It has totally taken on a life of its own, and it's a really amazing thing to watch in there. So if you're looking to have coworkers in the world of freelancing, please join my free Facebook group. I will be linking it below. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. What is Fiverr Pro and why should you care about it? Fiverr Pro is the top 1% of the Fiverr platform. It is a program they rolled out in 2017. The idea behind Fiverr Pro is to kind of move Fiverr away from this bottom barrel bargain freelancing website and make it appear like they had more high quality talent. Upwork was really taking off at the time and getting this reputation for being a place where you could find these high quality people. Fiverr obviously wanted to jump in and join the conversation with Upwork, so they launched a top 1% program where they tell buyers that if you shop from one of our Fiverr Pro sellers, we have personally hand vetted them to be the very best that our platform has to offer. Therefore, Fiverr Pro sellers like myself can justify charging quite a lot for their services because we come with this pre-vetting process that Fiverr doesn't offer for any of their other ranking levels. And since Fiverr has personally vetted you and told the buyers that they have done so, the buyers are way less likely to fight you on your pricing and more likely to just go along with whatever it is you're charging, since they know they're going to get a high quality product at the end of the day. Like I said, Fiverr launched this to get away from their $5 brand, which is what they were always based on back when I got on there. I had to do writing for, yes, only $5, so you guys should be very happy and thankful that you don't have to do it like I did. Nobody has to charge $5 anymore on their site, but at the end of the day, your end goal should be wanting to join this Fiverr Pro program. Plus, we all know earning only $5 for a service you are providing online right now isn't really the move, especially with inflation being through the roof. We want to earn money that can actually help us afford to live a sustainable and healthy life. I don't know what that went in a weird direction, but all right, we'll go with it.
I like it.
Oh, I made a joke in here that I forgot. I was going to say, when I started on Fiverr 47 years ago,
Please say that.
I was only charging $5. You kids won't know what that was like. All right.
British now?
I can't do accents to save my life. So be happy you don't have to do that today. All right, back to this video. So you guys are probably wondering, how did I join Fiverr Pro? When did I join Fiverr Pro? What's my story? Back in 2017, I had been on Fiverr for almost 3 years at the time, and the New York City Fiverr office reached out to me and asked me to be part of a commercial in Brooklyn, where I was living at the time. Obviously, I said yes, showed up to the commercial, had no idea it was going to be for the rollout of a program that was going to enable me to basically quadruple what I was charging at the time. I was charging $25 or so for press releases or blogs. Being part of Fiverr Pro, I was going to be charging $100. So when people always say, Alex, how the hell did you go from making $63,000 per year to almost $300K per year? There is your answer. You can let them know when they're scratching their heads. Basically, I was grandfathered into the Fiverr Pro program, but fear not, I have worked with coaching clients and one-on-one mentorship to help people get accepted into Fiverr Pro. So I am fairly familiar with the application process that I'm going to explain in this video to you guys. A lot has changed in the last 5 years since I joined Fiverr Pro, but one thing has remained the same. It is undoubtedly the quickest way to earning 6 figures per year on a site like Fiverr, and most of the other freelancing platforms out there today, like Upwork, have their own equivalent. And I don't want you to think that by not being in Fiverr Pro, it means you can't make a lot of money freelancing. That's absolutely not true. Even as a level 2 seller, you can be charging $40 or $50 for a blog that might take you 30 to 45 minutes to complete. You guys do the math. You can absolutely get into the 6-figure realm. It's just with Fiverr Pro, you're able to start at a much higher price point, so you can get into the 200, 300, 500K realm. I've had people on my podcast who have done this. There's even people who have 7-figure freelancing businesses on Fiverr every year doing things like editing and writing resumes on Fiverr Pro. So you're probably sitting there right now going, okay, this sounds great, but the competition is probably way too stiff and I can't possibly do this. I'm gonna stop you in your tracks right there and tell you I see Fiverr accept people into Fiverr Pro every single day. To be honest, I'm not quite sure if it's a 1% club. It might be more like an 8, 9, or 10% club. I think they use the 1% for branding purposes, just to make it sound more elite and exclusive. But I see people every single day accepted into this program. And as always, if you want to make something happen for yourselves, you have to believe it is possible. You can't be putting out negative energy and frustration towards saying to yourself, oh, I can't make this happen. There's no way this could work for me. You're going to be putting out energy that's going to block it from happening to you. Instead, you should be saying to yourself, I am going to make this happen for myself, and I'm going to be determined until I do. You're going to be putting out excitement, lots of energy, lots of momentum, and it's way more likely to attract it to you. That ends my mindset segment of this video, but more to come on that. Basically, if you believe you can make this a reality and you follow along with all my different videos that I show you guys here on YouTube as well as my podcast, you can absolutely become accepted into Fiverr Pro. I have no doubt about it. Now I'm going to start going over how exactly to get accepted into Fiverr Pro and what you guys need to know. The first thing you need to do is identify what your avenue into Fiverr Pro should be. So there's two ways to go about doing this. So the first avenue is by way of being a public figure, meaning there is a lot of press, publicity, there's just a general understanding that you possess an expertise in a certain field. And when you fill out the application, Fiverr is going to see your demonstrated expertise out in the open, out in the public, and they're just going to give you the account. There are some celebrities actually. I believe Wyclef Jean is still on Fiverr Pro selling beat mixing and different things related to music. So Fiverr is looking for people of notoriety, basically, that they're just going to kind of let skip everything and come right into the program. So if you have some pieces of high-level press floating around out there, maybe you were on CNBC at one point or whatever that is, that may be enough to have a demonstrated expertise, and Fiverr may allow you to basically circumvent the whole process. That's kind of up to your own judgment. These are generally people that have a bigger social media following as well and have just been comfortable being in the public eye. Now, if that is not you, please do not panic, because that was not me. I was a lowly 25-year-old freelancer in Brooklyn, New York that had no press or anything about me written at the time. So please don't panic if that is not you. I would say I probably coach 90% of people who come in it through this other way I'm about to describe to you guys. So this other way is the good old working hard and working your way up to it method. I don't want you to think that you have to wait 3 years to apply to Fiverr Pro after getting on Fiverr. You absolutely do not need to wait that long. But I've seen success with people I've worked with who do this. Basically, they join Fiverr and they spend 3, 4, 5, up to 6 months getting registered as a level 2 seller on Fiverr. They advance their way through the Fiverr levels. And I'm going to link below to other videos of mine that explain how to advance up through Fiverr and how to set up a perfect profile. Don't worry. Basically, I coach these people. They get up to level 2. They have at least 100 5-star reviews, and they've worked really hard to make sure the metrics on their profile are great. What I mean by that is they have a really quick response time. They have a low cancellation rate. They have low buyer complaints, and they just have an overall close to 5-star review on their profile. This demonstrates to Fiverr that you are a master of customer service and you are going to be able to handle all of the complaints, requirements, everything that's going to come along with Fiverr Pro buyers. Obviously, if people are going to spend more, they're going to expect more from you. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. So Fiverr wants to see some type of evidence that you're going to be able to handle this with the buyers on their site. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys where you would go to apply to Fiverr Pro. So all I did is go to Google and say access Fiverr Pro application. Click on the top link here. You're going to come to this landing page, and since I am already part of Fiverr Pro, there is no button that says apply to Fiverr Pro. It just says see my application here. It's going to look different to you guys if you have never applied to Fiverr Pro. It's going to allow you to fill out this form and go through the actual process, the actual application form. It does take about 45 minutes or so, so I would give yourself at least an hour so that you can take your time answering these questions and really be thorough with it. So my general advice when you are filling out this application is to do 2 things. Number 1, communicate to Fiverr your confidence and your excitement to be a part of this program, and just reaffirm that you love freelancing, you love what you do on Fiverr. Number 2 would be to tell Fiverr that you are prepared and you are ready to provide the kind of customer service they expect from Fiverr Pro sellers. A big part of being Fiverr Pro is customer service. It is hand-holding. It is making sure the clients feel comfortable and communicated to. It really doesn't have to be that big of a deal once you get the system in place. Your questionnaire and a lot of other things are going to help you with that, but you want to make sure you let Fiverr know that you're aware that customer service is very important, that you're going to be attentive, that you're going to be responsive. Don't bother joining Fiverr Pro if you only want to log on to Fiverr for 30 minutes every day. That is definitely not how the Fiverr Pro program works, but if you are willing to log on sporadically throughout the day, put a little more time into this, it's going to make you a lot more money than if you just stay in the regular program. Remember, at the end of the day, Fiverr is a business too, and they need their clients to be happy. So if you keep their Fiverr Pro buyers happy, they'll be happy with you. Obviously, the more 5-star reviews you have and the better overall statistics your Fiverr profile has, the more likely they are going to approve you for Fiverr Pro. But fear not, if you are rejected from Fiverr Pro, all hope is not lost. Generally, they allow you to reapply 60 days later, and there is an unlimited amount of times that you can apply to Fiverr Pro, so please do not be afraid to apply for fear of being rejected. Rejection is a really important part of this entire process, and it's how I've learned the most as a freelancer. It's been the times that I've failed and been rejected and told no, basically. Also, if you're feeling lost with this, again, don't forget about my free Facebook group. People talk about Fiverr Pro, the application, being rejected, being accepted, all over the place in there. I cannot specifically talk about questions inside of that application because that would be going against Fiverr terms of service, but you guys can absolutely discuss it with other people in my Facebook group and do all the things that I am not necessarily allowed to share in this video. In the meantime, the focus should always be, when you are freelancing, to provide a good quality service in a reasonable amount of time and to go above and beyond for the client. That's always going to pay off for you no matter what you're doing. If you show up, if you actually commit yourself to working hard and delivering the type of product that you've promised to the client, you are going to be rewarded for it in due time. Fiverr Pro is one of those rewards. If you go above and beyond for just a year, you can absolutely get into Fiverr Pro. I've seen it in 6, 7, 8 months even. But remember, you are on your own journey, so please do not compare yourself to other people's timelines. If it happens for you in 6 months, great. If it happens in 1 year, great. If it happens in 2 years, great. It's such a short amount of time to reach 6 figures working on your laptop from anywhere in the world. It is absolutely worth it. If you guys like this video, please give it a like. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I have weekly content coming your way, released every Wednesday. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything, so I occasionally drop some YouTube shorts as well. Please let me know what you guys thought about the video below. If you guys have been accepted into Fiverr Pro, would love to know more about your experience below. And if you've been rejected from Fiverr Pro, I would be happy to answer any of your questions as well. With that, you guys got this. Go out there, go crush it. More incredible content coming your way. I believe in you. Let's go. Let's do this.